Mason again, this one underneath.
Touchdown.
Nice call. Sony Michel, another freshman.
See specifically as one of those two losses for Florida to have a chance.
Michel to the 10, and Michel into the end zone. And another Georgia touchdown, 55 points for the Bulldogs.
And he got 82. Michel gets the edge. Touchdown, Georgia.
That team with 16 tackles for loss last year. Nice pass, hit at the 20-yard line. Here's Michel. He has got plenty of running room and a lot of speed, but he's tripped up at midfield.
That was probably 6.
Here comes some heat by ULM, trying to set up the screen. Good call here. Here's Michel. Cuts it back to the 20. He's to the 10. Gets a block at the goal line. Touchdown, Georgia, 31 yards away.
It's second down. Well, let's go back to Sony Michel. Bucks on the tackle. Touchdown, Georgia.
As that lead blocker.
Here he comes again.
And Sony Michel is going to score. Touchdown, Georgia. First down at the 11. Quick throw out, Sony Michel. Heading to the corner. Cut back. Touchdown.
Wow.
So just outside the 10, first down, throw, complete. Sony Michel, touchdown.
Straight ahead this time. Looking like Chubb, and he runs over a man into the end zone. Sony Michel making a habit of chucking guys at the goal line.
Downs. I don't know what else he has to do to solidify this thing.
Michel with a juke move. Still going. Sony Michel sheds it in. And he will win the race. 58 yards.
7-3. Georgia still leads. And here's Michel shifting. Bounces out. How about that for an evasive play? Downfield block. He's finally tackled. This is Blazevich. He goes to the right side.
Nice.
Watch out. Michel. Nice stiff arm. Out near the 50. Watch out. He gets a great block.
Harmon met him there. There's Michel. Cuts it back. Touchdown, Georgia.
It is Michel through that crease. Touchdown, ball game.
Michel needs a yard and he'll get plenty more of them. Touchdown, Georgia.
This guy cares about his players, does it the right way, a lot of integrity.
Sony Michel fights to the goal line and a touchdown, Georgia.
They'll run it up the middle. Michel. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Off to the right. Second down and 10. They'll run Michel in that direction. Michel to the 15. Turns the corner. Dives for the pylon. Touchdown, Georgia. What a run by Sony Michel.
Second down. Here's Michel. Off the right side. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Concerted effort to do that ever since.
Here's Michel. Stutter steps through the hole. Michel inside the 20 to the 15. They will spot his progress right at the 15 of Sony Michel. Big hole, Sony Michel.
Second and goal. The give is to Michel to the one, and he punches across the goal line and in. Touchdown, Georgia.
Pressure down for the quarterback.
4 Horned Frogs coming. The pass is away to Michel. Breaks a tackle. Breaks another one inside the 20, the 10, the 5. Lunging for the end zone, and he's in. Touchdown, Georgia.
Adnan, thanks very much. Michigan defense stepping up, and here's a breakaway run by Michel. Wildcat. Student body right. Sony Michel to the goal line. Touchdown.
Here. Gonna run it inside with Sony Michel to the end zone. Georgia ties the game.
And so far leading the shutout. Sony Michel straight up the middle. Sony to the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia.
Michel straight up the middle. It's a foot race. Sony Michel, was he out of bounds? Signaled his touchdown. And
To really pick up. Fromm already halfway to 300. Here's Sony Michel. Sony Michel off to the races. Not gonna kill him. 36-yard touchdown. Night out of North Philadelphia. And here's Michel. And there's the end zone.
Yardage on his first carry. Not on this one. Sony Michel, he's going to earn it all, I think, Gary. Sony Michel trying to outrun Florida, and does. Touchdown. Behind Fromm at the 45. And Sony's got an opening, and when he gets an opening, he can do this. Touchdown, Georgia.
Fromm will motion out. Wildcat to Sony Michel. High snap. Michel takes it. Bounces outside. Michel with Fromm blocking on the edge. Is in for the Georgia touchdown on the Wildcat run.
Draw play to Sony Michel. And Sony's got a first down and a bunch more. Like a touchdown.
what else we have?
Sony Michel, direct snap. Sony Michel to the end zone. Touchdown for the third time today.
And has not looked back. Michel bouncing it to the outside. What a great cut! He scores! Touchdown, Georgia!
Take it to Michel again. Fromm looked over the middle, now dumps it down, caught, touchdown! Michel out of the backfield, and the Dogs answer quickly. Sooners offense and Baker Mayfield. Fromm and Georgia back to work, and Sony Michel breaks free. Michel in the clear, a foot race. What an answer from Georgia! 75 yards. Out of time. They just get the playoff. Michel in the clear. Sony Michel barrels down into the end zone. The hat trick for number one. Down earlier on a direct snap. Now it's Michel's turn, running all the way. Gets to the edge. Sony Michel will send the Dogs home to the championship game.